Tesla then misses a beat a little bit, Renita, and it's not just those shares that got hit this week. It's like the universe around it, and EVs as well, where suddenly Ford and Tesla are like maybe going to like price wars, and it seems like the fallout is hitting everything down to the materials. Down to the batteries, right? Lithium goes in electric vehicles, and we don't get a chance to talk that much about lithium except by this situation. And to be sure, this is definitely impacting lithium stocks, but there's a bigger story happening in Chile today that is also hammering these stocks. So right now I'm looking at Albemarle, which is reaching a new low, as well as SQM, which is down more than 20% on the day. Albemarle down more than 10%. And this is all on the possibility that the Chilean government may take a larger share, or a majority stake rather, in all new lithium contracts that come to the country. This was part of the president's promise in his new state-led strategy, right? And for some perspective out there, Chile currently has the world's biggest lithium reserves. And in 2022, it accounted for nearly a third of global lithium production, right? Now, here are the worries. Both of these companies have the majority of their lithium production out of Chile. Chile is the biggest, right? One of the biggest. And for both their lithium production, they already pay high royalties for lithium extraction within the company. However, Chile, if it does this, or if it does not, these are some of the reasons why people like BMO Capital feel like these companies are protected. One is because for both their lithium production, they do have contracts that go pretty long. One of them goes through 2030, 2043, so they're protected there, right? And then BMO Capital Markets, because of this, still has an outperform rating on these shares, right? This longer time gives them more time to establish other contracts, like in Australia, which is also a huge lithium production, right? In fact, Albemarle told Bloomberg that they don't expect any material disruption because of this, or a material impact because of this, right? But this still needs to pass through Congress as well. And this president has not had a lot of luck getting these lithium proposals through. So it's very possible that it won't impact either of the companies, but the possibility is there, and that's why these stocks are getting hammered today. So even though this, at the moment, the market is kind of treating it as a supplier issue that the companies might be able to work through, ultimately, if these miners have any complications from a regulatory standpoint, from an exporting standpoint, from a labor perspective, that's going to find its way into the costs of using these materials right at a moment when Tesla is finding their margin getting eaten away because of a lack of demand. So I could see, I'm kind of surprised that this is not a bigger part of the Tesla conversation this week. I'm surprised too. And so maybe we're helping that out right now, right? Well, and maybe next week it might be, because, you know, it comes down to the Tesla's ability to put its car together and then ship them out, right? Get the deliveries, get the sales, and then be able to make the delivery numbers that it wants to make. And certainly the materials involved. All right. Good to heads up here for us on a story that maybe went a little bit overshadowed by all the price cut conversation from Tesla, but it's going to definitely matter down the road. No pun intended. Thanks, Renita Young and Kevin Hanks. Appreciate it, guys. Good stuff this week, helping us sort through what's important on the earnings.